Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. This is hopefully our first annual scholarship award ceremony for the F.M. Kimball's second scholarship fund, and we'll find out more about why it's the second scholarship fund in a second. I just want to make a few introductions. My name is Steve Venuti. I'm the town treasurer. We have the trust commissioners here tonight. Rick Houle is the chairman of the trust commissioners, and Andrew Samarco is a member. Dave Stevens could not attend tonight. And we have the selection committee, and I think most of the awardees have already met the selection committee, but we have Larry Wenz, Linda Holcomb, and Tom Howes here tonight. And with that, I'll start the proceedings and turn it over to Rick.
Good evening. My name is Rick Houle. I'm one of the 3 commissioners of trust funds for the town of Littleton, along with Andrew and Dave, and I'm the most tenured of the trust commissioners, which is a nice way of saying the oldest of the trust commissioners. I want to start by just thanking you all for being here this evening and interrupting your evening, coming out on a rainy night, as it were, and I'm just appreciative of the fact that the Stanley Cup doesn't start till tomorrow night. It'll probably be an empty room. But it's great to see such a large crowd. I know the select committee will tell you more about the F.M. Kimball II scholarship and the history of the scholarship, but just a little background on the trust commission and trust commissions and this scholarship, how that relates and why you're here, as opposed to on the football field at Littleton High School. The commissioners of trust funds have the responsibility for when people make donations and gift money to the town of Littleton to be used for any purpose, scholarships, the cemetery, the library, any use that they see fit. That money has to be watched over, and the commissioners of trust funds have that responsibility. And this scholarship, which was started about 17 years ago, I think this is the 17th year, is unique in that when the money was donated to the town, they asked that the trust commissioners take responsibility for gifting that money in the form of scholarships. Whereas most of the donations go to the Littleton Scholarship Trust, and they handle that through the high school. But that is a unique aspect of this scholarship that is the reason that we're all assembled here tonight. And trust commissioners have been fortunate that we've been able to find great volunteers to do all the heavy lifting for us as far as reviewing the dozens of applications for the scholarship that come in each year. So I want to start out by thanking the Larry and Linda and Tom. They do all of the hard work and make the tough decisions about who the most qualified candidates are, and we as trust commissioners simply review their recommendations and approve their recommendations. And also want to thank Steve Venuti, the town treasurer, because he has a lot of puts the infrastructure in place that allows this whole process to work, and there are letters to be sent out, and then there's follow-up activities related to the actual disbursement of the funds. And all that difficult stuff gets done by the town treasurer's office, so appreciate that very much. I mentioned this is the 17th year. I think there have been over 100 awardees. Over $100,000 has been gifted thus far in the history of this scholarship. This is by far the largest number of recipients this year that the scholarship has been able to give money to, so that's a really nice thing. So it's a great scholarship with an interesting history, and I'm going to turn it over to Larry who will tell you a little bit more about the F.M. Kimball II scholarship.
For anyone who has lived here in Littleton for a period of time, you probably know or have heard about H. Vincent Cooper. He was quite a character. I never met the gentleman, but stories that I've heard about him present a very unique individual. Vincent, as he was commonly called, was typical of his age. meaning that he was born in the early years of the 20th century here in town, lived on the family farm on Great Road, essentially considered himself to be a farmer. Lived for 82 years. Was in that regard, he was typical of many of his peers. But atypical, he was also a high school graduate, 1934. He was a graduate of Littleton High School as a salutatorian. His uncles saw something in him and provided the opportunity for Vincent to attend the land-grant college in Amherst that we now know as UMass Amherst. Graduated from UMass and shortly thereafter did do some graduate work at Virginia Polytech. So unlike many of his contemporaries, he was a very educated person. Still considered himself to be a small-town farmer, continued to do some research on his own, and for approximately 35 years or so, he wintered as a snowbird in southern Florida, but certainly did not go to sit on the beach and go to Disney World. He was a potato farmer and was quite successful at that, and introduced several new techniques dealing with insects and whatever. So he became part of the agricultural revolution of the 20th century. As a farmer, he was very much in tune with time, place, heritage, and legacy. All of those things are important to the people who work the soil. And he was very much a farmer in that regard. I don't know how active he was in town politics or in town life, but in his waning years, he did show a lot of interest in what was happening in the town. At the time that the Reuben Hoare Library was conducting its second century fund to help finance its expansion, he used that opportunity to draw upon his life experiences to author a series of pamphlets that could be sold if the monies to go to this second century fund. If you get a chance to read some of those pamphlets, you'll find out how much of a character he was. There was a bit of a rascal in him, and I think you will receive a couple pages that I pulled from one of his pamphlets, and you'll kind of get a flavor for that. Vincent, however, was a person who, as someone interested in heritage and someone interested in legacy, wanted to honor the fact that his uncle provided a very generous gift to him that enabled him to go to college. And that's where the impetus came for the establishment of this F.M. Kimball Second Scholarship Fund. There's already an F.M. Kimball Scholarship, but Mr. Cooper wanted to establish something that would recognize specifically what his uncle did for him, and by emulating that, try to provide opportunities for future generations, for future Littleton residents, to give them the same types of opportunities that he had. To that end, as Rick commented, the fund has been very successful in providing opportunities to Littleton residents of all ages, not just current high school graduates. Mr. Cooper was also interested in lifelong learning. So anyone in town who would meet whatever the minimal requirements for eligibility can apply for a scholarship. One comment about Mr. Cooper that I think bodes well for everyone is that he was trying to honor his uncle. And I think by the generous gift that he received, he is, in his own way, sending a message to us that he's providing a generous gift to Littleton. And he is hopeful that when the opportunity arises, that sometime in the future, whoever has benefited from this scholarship fund will be able to, in turn, provide a generous, gracious gift of either their time, their talent, or treasure to reciprocate. And I think that's something that we should try to emulate right across the board. And with that, I think we have covered everything. If you're interested, the Historical Society and the library have the publications are called From the Snake Pit by Vincent Cooper. If you've done any research for a U.S. history course or advanced placement, you may have come across some of this stuff. It's interesting reading. I think you'd enjoy it. Something that you can take a look at and file it away and use it sometime in the future. At this time, I'd like to thank, as has already occurred, I'd like to thank both Linda and Tom, my colleagues on the awards committee, for their time and their efforts and thoughtful consideration that was put forth to get us to this evening. And I'm hopeful that everyone here will be able to take advantage of the opportunity that is being presented to you tonight. Thank you.
Okay. What we're going to do is ask each of the awardees, we'll call your name, to come up. We have a little bio. We hope we got it right. If we didn't, we apologize for each one of you. The first award goes to Andrew Minior. Is Andrew here? Please come. Andrew has just completed his freshman year in the Francis School of Engineering at UMass Lowell, where he is working toward a degree in either mechanical or electrical engineering. He hopes to work for a car company exploring hybrid engine designs which emphasize energy efficiency. He was selected for a UMass Lowell Dean Scholarship, the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship, and is a commended student in the 2013 National Merit Scholarship Program.
Next up is Brittany Weil. Brittany is graduating from Littleton High School and is enrolled in Simmons College as a nursing major. Her current goal is to become a nurse practitioner or physician's assistant. A regular participant in the Relay for Life and annual volunteer at the Special Olympics, Brittany places significant value on programs like these that teach us how important it is to reach out, actively participate in our communities, and discover the joy in helping others. At LHS, she has played on the field hockey, lacrosse, and basketball teams, serving this year as captain of the girls' varsity basketball team. Thank you, Brittany.
Joe Carl. Joe is a graduate of the Littleton High School class of 1999. Joe is also a 2005 graduate of the School of Fashion Design in Boston. Since then, he has worked in the fashion industry as a pattern maker and custom garment creator at the Daniel Faucher Couture, using both computer-based and traditional construction techniques. He hopes to receive a BA in fashion design and will apply this scholarship to that degree program at the Mass College of Art and Design. Joe then plans to earn a master's degree, allowing him to pursue a full-time career teaching pattern making and clothing construction. Additionally, from 2000 to 2002, Joe served as a missionary in Russia with the Church of the Latter-day Saints.
Shelby Hickox. Shelby has just completed her 3rd year at Alvernia University, majoring in nursing. She hopes to eventually earn a graduate degree as a women's health nurse practitioner. She serves as the junior class representative and social peer mentor chair and is employed at the Alvernia University Office of Admissions as an orientation leader.
The next award, he could not be here, but I'll read his name and the information. Roger LeBlanc. Roger's completing his sophomore year at George Mason University, where he is an environmental and sustainability studies major, an interdisciplinary degree incorporating environmental science, government policy, and anthropology. He is involved in many environmental activities to enrich and complement his academic studies. He's also an active member of the Pride Allowance, a group that supports LGBT students and advocates for tolerance and equality. So congratulations to Roger.
For Rachel Marshall. Rachel is completing her freshman year, or just did, at the University of Rhode Island, where she is pursuing studies in both aquaculture fisheries technology and theater. As a fisheries major, she wants to study wild fish in order to identify methods, practices, and disease prevention techniques to help marine species thrive. She is also working toward a BFA in theater, participating in a variety of capacities from actor to lightboard operator. She is also vice president of URI's Orthodox Christian Fellowship, a club dedicated to the study of Orthodox Christian life and history.
Casey Taylor. Casey is completing her 3rd year at Framingham State University, where she is majoring in psychology and early childhood education. Her coursework has also included field work at the Brophy Elementary School in Framingham and the Jean M. Kennelly Child Development Lab on campus. She is an enthusiastic member of the school's field hockey team and works several part-time jobs to help fund her education.
I believe Ethan Daphinius is not here this evening. Well, Ethan is a senior at Littleton High School. He'll enroll at UMass Amherst in a sports management program with an eye toward becoming an athletic director in either a high school or collegiate setting. As this year's student representative to the Littleton School Committee, he's seen firsthand the kind of people skills and data assessment and analytical skills it takes to advance a budget through a public process, and realizes those skills will be highly relevant in his career choice. Active in various athletic endeavors, Ethan has also coached young athletes in a variety of sports and served for 3 years as the jazz band captain.
Sarah Riley. Graduating from Littleton High School this year, Sarah has enrolled in a 6-year Doctor of Pharmacy program in the Bouvet College of Health Sciences at Northeastern University. A contributing factor in this decision is her 6 years of experience at a Christian-based summer camp whose summer residents include both youth and adult campers with special needs. She has seen just how important a role properly prescribed and applied pharmacology can play in maximizing quality of life issues for those in need. At Littleton, Sarah has also participated in sports and club life, including serving as president of the International Club. Congratulations.
Michelle. Accepted and enrolled into Northeastern University, Michelle plans to pursue a 5-year bachelor's and master's degree with a concentration on constitutional law. At Littleton, she has participated in the Model UN, Science Olympiads, Roots and Shoots Club, and as co-president of the National Honor Society. While enjoying the many hours she spent working in her parents' restaurant, Michelle also managed to intern with a congressional campaign and spent 5 weeks taking the Fundamentals of Law course at Georgetown University. Congratulations.
Annika Gibbs. Finishing up her senior year at Littleton High School, Annika has chosen to enroll in Simmons College as a pre-veterinarian student. A longtime animal lover, owner of 4 cats and a horse named Winston, Annika has for years been involved in a wide variety of 4-H club activities, including community service, leadership, and public speaking activities. She created and still organizes a 4-H group that regularly visits the Littleton Life Care Center, a local nursing home. She's organized the creation of care packages for soldiers and leads junior members on annual shopping trips to grocery stores to collect donation for the Acton Food Pantry. Annika has also placed both 2nd and 8th in national 4-H public speaking and visual presentation contests, while also serving as a judge at local competitions, ranking competitors based on her praised on her poise and clarity and the craftsmanship of their posters and presentations.
Kendra Lavalley. Finishing up at Littleton High School, Kendra has been accepted to the University of Pittsburgh, where she anticipates that the many research opportunities at facilities in the Pittsburgh area will help her target a major within biostatistics, biomolecular chemistry, or biomedical engineering. Captain of the indoor and outdoor track teams, Kendra credits this leadership experience with opening her up to all members of Littleton's large and age-diverse track teams. She has led an NHS committee and organized a town-wide Zumba class for the school's health club. Also interested in art, Kendra has worked her way to an assistant teacher position at a children's art camp in Concord.
Shane Tarka, I don't think she could make it tonight. Sorry. But let me read. Completing his sophomore year at Fairfield University, Shane is well on his way to obtaining his goal of a master's in accounting at Fairfield, while also double majoring in information science, a combination that gives him additional insight into the database structures that often underlay the data he works with on the front end. Employed by Fairfield as a school tour guide, Shane has learned the importance of expressing his thoughts in a positive manner and being correct in his statements, ever mindful that what he says may be factoring into someone else's decision to attend Fairfield. His current postgraduate career goal is to work in New York City for Deloitte LLC, one of the big 4 accounting firms in the U.S.
Jacob Havenor. Jacob will attend Gordon College in the fall and major in international affairs before continuing to graduate school. Active in numerous church-related activities, Jacob is also winner of the Harvard Book Award and the Pre-Calculus Achievement Award. He was also captain of the boys varsity soccer team and named a Central Massachusetts All-Star in 2012.
Temperance Staples, I don't think she could be here tonight. Temperance has enrolled at Hofstra University and will begin work toward a communication disorders or social development and health major. At Littleton, Tempe has been involved with Relay for Life and the Scholarship Drive. She's been stage manager of the Spring Musical all 4 years and served as vice president of the International Club for 3 years. Outside of school, she has found satisfaction and direction while working at Camp Grottenwood as a day camp counselor and assistant with special needs adult campers. Additionally, she's tutored a special needs student in the middle school, enrolled in sign language class, and has even been on 2 mission trips to Honduras. It's these experiences that are collectively directing her down her chosen path. That's it. Congratulations.
Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Tom. One last thing, we'd like to ask all the award winners to come forward. We'd like to just take a group photo with the selections committee and the trust commissioners, if you don't mind.
Oops, sorry.
It'd be tight.
How about if I let me get behind?
One more.
Can't say student loan.
All set. Great.
No, I'll steal it from you.
All right. Again, thanks, everybody, and
Thank you
have a
for
great
coming.
summer.
For coming out.
Thank you very much again, I appreciate it.
Works out the way you want it.